Anyone coming? No. Suck a dick. Alright, what up, you guys? Y'all, you lovely dirt scooter lovers, but even though I'm on a motorcycle, I don't really care. But, oh boy, do I have a story to tell you guys today. Oh my god, look at all these men in short shorts. Lovely. Fucking track. Track sucks. Just wanted to let you know. I really wouldn't know because I haven't done track, but like still. Track, it's running, so therefore it sucks. Alright, back to what I was saying. I didn't really want to make this video until like I got to ride with the person, but yeah, so basically I'm gonna give a nice summary and then I'm gonna go into detail. My KX100 that I made a video on a couple weeks ago, it's probably been like a month actually, but I don't know. Whenever that video was, it was on a KX100 that I finally finished rebuilding, and it took a while. And I finally had someone texting me about it, and they actually wanted to come look at it. And so they came to look at it, and at first they wanted a test ride, and I was at first saying like, nah, not if you don't give me fucking money first, because that's just stupid. So he was like, alright, well, obviously if I'm test riding something, the cops probably wouldn't appreciate it at the police station. And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Because usually I don't do any Craigslist deals unless they're at the police station. But obviously if there's a dirt bike, like, going around the parking lot, they're probably not going to like that. So we agreed on this plaza nearby, and I took Ben with me. At first it was really weird because in the morning I went and he was like, oh fuck, because his ride, I guess, couldn't bring him. His ride wasn't bringing him over there. So I ended up, well, the first time I went, I was by myself, which was obviously just a stupid idea in the first place. But basically, he like blew me off anyway. And alright, why does my bike not idle? It's not even mine. Oh my god, can we fucking go, please? Oh my god. Everyone sucks at driving, seriously. Alright, so I went there by myself, which is obviously a horrible idea. And he ended up blowing me off because, quote unquote, his ride like wasn't there yet, or he was helping his wife or some shit, I don't know. So I was talking to Ben and he was like, alright dude, I'm like coming with you the second time, you want to drive me? And I'm still only like 16, I'm about to be 17, so my 6 months aren't up yet with my license. And I thought about it and I was like, well, I'd rather get my license taken away rather than me die. So I drove him. And he came over for the second time, which was like a couple hours later, actually. Instead of like driving up, he legit walks like to the meet, which I thought was just weird. Like, no, why would you do that? That's weird. But I guess it wouldn't really matter if someone walked up if they had money and they wanted to buy my bike. If they wanted to walk it home, I wouldn't give a fuck. But he walks over and he was like, hey, so my ride still isn't like here yet. He's still helping his wife or whatever. And he's like, but obviously I'm here now, so could I test ride it? And me and Ben were both like, fucking no, you're not test riding shit without, like, money. Because he said before, like, his friend was getting the money when he came over or whatever, and I was like, no, you're not taking my bike without showing me money first. Like, you're on crack if you actually think you are. And so he was like, oh yeah, I forgot my phone, so I have to walk back to my house and get it so I can call him because he's still not here yet. And me and Ben were both like, okay. Didn't really care as long as he... I was only gonna wait there for like 20 minutes. If he wasn't there in 20 minutes, I was fucking leaving because I was kind of sketched out. And so we just sat there and waited for him to come back. Eventually he came back with his buddy in the truck, and we were like, alright, now this is getting pretty normal. And alright, do we want to go, please? It's a green light. Even the biker cop didn't give me a wave. I feel so left out. So yeah, he showed up with the truck. The other kid that walked up originally was in the passenger seat. I really wish I made this video like... B. Hogan! That's B. Hogan, dude! So the guy came back, and he was like, alright, can I test ride it now and stuff? And it was like, do you have the money? And I saw the roll of money in the other guy's hand, the one that drove the truck. And I was like, I guess so. At first I wanted him to hand me the money, because, you know, that I feel like that would be reasonable. But since I felt like since it was in my line of sight, I felt like it was okay. But it was not okay. Just you know, for future references. And so we ended up test riding. We went around the parking lot a few times, and then out of nowhere, the dude just fucking booked it into the street. And I was like, well, that's not normal. Who the fuck would do that? And so I continued on, and I was like, bro, what the fuck just happened? And me and Benny looked at each other like, that is not okay. And the other guy stayed there with us. He still had the money, so I was like, alright. And the other guy in the truck tried pulling off some bullshit like, I only have half the money right now, so I have to go over there and get the rest. And me and Ben were both like, no, you're fucking not going anywhere. Your friend just drove off on my bike. You're not moving. So he was like, alright. And then he just kind of like sat down in the driver's seat of his truck. And we could hear the dirt bike in like the distance. It was like just beyond some like trees that were separating like a driveway from, or a street from the plaza that we were at. So, and then we just sat there, and I was like, alright, well, if this fucker tries to move off, I was trying to come up with a plan to do if he actually decided to drive off. Like, I don't know how he would just drive off, because I don't know. It was really quiet. Me and Ben were just like shocked. So I grabbed my phone from my tailgate, because it was sitting on my tailgate of my truck, because I was planning on diving into the back of that dude's truck if he tried to drive off. Because it was like a Toyota, Tacoma. Is that the really small one? It was a really old, not super old, but a relatively old Toyota, really small truck. It's like the Ford Ranger, but whatever the Toyota version of that is. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna dive into this fucking bed if this dude tries to drive off. And after me and Benny just sat there for a while, eventually he would, like, we were talking kind of, I guess, and then eventually he just kind of like said something and booked it. But I swear to God, his truck wasn't even running. Like, it was the quietest thing known to mankind. Like, even when he floored it, it didn't make any noise whatsoever. And I was like, bruh, how the fuck did, like, that just happen? So me and Benny immediately ran to my truck because we were all gonna go try to chase him and stuff. And we tried chasing him, but we immediately lost him. So I told Ben to see if, to try to call 911. And so I called 911. Well, I didn't, Benny did. And fuck, where's he going? Oh, he's going left. I'm going fucking left. I mean, if he's going... Oh my god, the cop just rolled a stop sign? God, I feel like this fucking story is gonna be like 20 minutes long, because I can't stay on one topic, because I have, like, a horrible memory, and I'll just forget about it. So me and Ben go back, after being like, oh shit, we totally just fucking lost your bike. And I was very disappointed in myself for not diving into the goddamn truck. Like, it was just so fast, I just didn't have enough time to just dive in the back, and then, you know. So we go back and wait for the cop, and the cop fucking took 45 minutes. Like, if I was stabbed, I'd be dead. If anything happened, I'd be dead. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I understand that there's better things to do than to go fucking deal with some kid's stolen bike. But I would very much hope that if that was a stabbing or something, they would not take that long. Because if they really take that long, then we're all dead. Like, without a doubt, we're all dead. Because that's just ridiculously too long. But while we were waiting for the cop, Ben was like, oh dude, because it was at a plaza obviously, so there's gonna be stores around, and in front of us was a Papagino, so Ben was like, oh dude, the cameras, maybe they'll let me look at them. And I was like, I guess it's worth a try, but I doubt it. As he was walking over, he saw, like, I guess some guy, like, kind of pulled up next to him, or he was there before, but as Benny was walking by, he, like, stopped him real quick and was like, hey. And I guess the guy followed the guy in the truck. He got his license plate number, the truck obviously, because he followed that. And I guess the guy with the truck stopped at his house because he's a dumbass. But I guess for me it's very helpful that he was a dumbass. And so the guy that was talking to Benny, he actually got his house, his vehicle, and obviously the street that he lived on, and the house number, which for me was fucking amazing. Me and Ben were sitting there on my tailgate waiting for the cop after the guy gave us the information, because he's the fucking man, dude. Oh my god. Like, he seriously saved my ass by getting his address and shit. Like, oh god, dude. If he didn't do that, I wouldn't have my bike. I mean, I don't know. There was a low chance that I would get my bike back without his help. The cop came and I told him everything that happened. I gave him all the information about the bike, the VIN number, the everything, like, legit everything, like, everything that he would need to know to get my bike back. And then at the end of the cop being that, he was like, alright, well, I'll head over to that house now and see what's going on. Do you have your phone on you? And I was like, yeah. And he said, alright, well, I'll call you regardless of what happens. Whether he's there, I get a, like, I don't know if you can, I don't know. And I was like, alright, well, should I stay here then? Or should I just go home? And he was like, I'd just go home. Don't kill me, please. Oh god, that was so goddamn bumpy. What is that weed? I'm just kidding. I was texting my cousin, and then he was like, I'm going to get your bike back right now. And I was like, I don't know how you're gonna do that, but okay. That would be lit if you could do that. My cousin randomly calls me like twice, and I was like, alright, something happened. I gotta like call him back. So I call him back because I missed his 2 calls, and I was like, oh, dude, what happened? What happened? And he was like, dude, I got your bike back. And I was like, no way. Not really. I was like, oh my god, dude. Like, that was my actual reaction. Like, I didn't even know how to react. I was just like, oh my god. He said, him and his friends went, like, he had like 4 vehicles, I think, or what? Like 3 or 4. Fuck EPA. I think it was 3 vehicles. One was my aunt's car, one was my cousin's truck, and I think one was his friend's vehicle. I don't know what it was. And but I guess they just went to the house and just legit like ambushed it like they were the SWAT team. Like they just pulled up, and I guess when they pulled up, the guy and the kid that rode off on my bike were in the truck, and it was still in the guy's driveway. And my cousin and his friends went up to the guy's window, and my cousin, he told me that he was like, hey, have you guys seen a little green dirt bike? Some little white kid was trying to sell it, and actually got stolen. And I guess both of them were like playing bullshit, and they were like, oh no, like I didn't hear anything about that. And then I guess he told my mom that he like put the phone in his face, and he was like, yeah, it was stolen by this vehicle, and surprisingly it looks exactly like yours. And I guess the older guy, which was the driver, he was like, can I talk to you guys for a minute? And he went over to my cousin and his friends in private, and he was like, dude, like, that kid's fucking retarded. I seriously didn't know that he was gonna steal it. Obviously he did. He was bullshitting the entire time. So he ended up giving it back. Oh no, he didn't give it back yet. He was like, I know where the bike is, I can take you guys to it, or I can just tell you guys the address and stuff. It's at the other kid's house. And so my cousin, my aunt, and his friends, or my cousin, his friends, and my aunt, yeah, because my aunt's not a dude, that'd be shit. They went to the second house, along with the driver of the stupid Toyota. And the guy legit made the other kid ride the bike out to my cousin, which I thought was pretty funny. So at that point, we know that it still works. And at that point, I had my bike back. So, oh shit, I legit still haven't gone to that police station to tell them that I got my bike back, and that was legit weeks ago. Probably at least a month now. Stop being slow. These People behind me are probably looking at me like, what is this kid talking to? But I don't care. What's up? See, I'm a friendly person. I will talk to you guys all in the next video. See ya. Ow. Something hit me.